Bohol is more than just the chocolate hills. In this first part of our adventure, samahan niyo ako as we explore some of Bohol's most unique attractions. From breathtaking views, a ship-shaped house, a peaceful forest park, hanggang sa isang beautiful butterfly sanctuary. Tara, let's explore Bohol together. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another adventure here on Thrifty Dock Diaries. Today, we're exploring one of the most iconic destinations in the Philippines, Bohol. I started my day early this morning around 6:30, leaving Tagbilaran City. Nag-book lang ako ng private car na may driver na for today's countryside tour, and the rate was 3,000 pesos. So not bad at all for a whole day tour. Right now, we're on our way to our first destination, the Chocolate Hills. Yung road trip natin itself is already quite relaxing. As for today's itinerary, I don't really know all the stops yet, so let's see where this adventure takes us. And just like that, we have finally arrived at the Chocolate Hills. One thing I immediately noticed, kami yung first vehicle to park here this morning. And wow, ang ganda pala talaga dito. I've seen countless photos and videos of the Chocolate Hills online, but seeing them in person is a completely different experience. Sometimes, when a destination becomes famous, we set very high expectations. But standing here right now, I can honestly say that the Chocolate Hills live up to the hype. Sabi ni Kuya, to get the best view daw, you'll need to climb several steps going up to the viewing deck. Okay, let's try. It's a bit of a workout, especially early in the morning. As I was climbing, I kept looking back and seeing more and more hills appearing on the horizon. And when I finally reached the viewing area, wow, just wow. This is exactly why I love visiting tourist spots early in the morning. There's almost no crowd. It's peaceful. The air is fresh. And you can truly appreciate the beauty of the place without too many people around. From up here, makikita mo yung hundreds of perfectly shaped hills stretching as far as my eye can see. Ito yung one of the most unique landscapes I've ever seen in the Philippines. Kapag rainy season daw, they are covered with lush green grass. Pero during the dry season, the grass turns brown, giving them the appearance of giant chocolate mounds, which is exactly how they got the name Chocolate Hills. Maraming mga legends about how these hills were formed. One popular story tells of two giants who fought each other by throwing rocks and boulders for days. Of course, scientists have a different explanation too. They believe these hills were formed through thousands of years of geological processes involving uplifted coral deposits and erosion. Whether you prefer the legends or the scientific explanation, one thing is certain, the result is absolutely breathtaking. Looking around, it's easy to understand why this place has become one of the country's most famous natural attractions. One thing I love about traveling is that photos don't always capture the full experience. The vastness of the landscape, the feeling of standing somewhere you've seen in books, postcards, and social media for years. Those are things you can only truly appreciate when you're physically here. And this morning, because there are very few tourists yet, I get to enjoy all of that without distractions. No crowds. Wala kang kalaban sa pagpicture. Just me, nature, and this incredible view. So if you're planning a trip to Bohol, definitely make sure to visit the Chocolate Hills early in the morning. Promise, it's worth waking up early. Kasi konti pa lang ang tourists, and you really get to appreciate how beautiful this place is. I stayed here for a few more minutes, just enjoying the view. Hindi naman kailangan laging nagmamadali from one tourist spot to another. Sometimes, it's nice to slow down, take a deep breath, and simply appreciate God's amazing creation. Alright, I think it's time to say goodbye to the chocolate hills. We still have several places to visit today, and I'm excited to see what else Bohol has to offer. So, let's hop back into the car, continue our countryside adventure, and head to our next destination. Alright guys, so for our next destination, we just made a quick stop here at ShipHaus. It's actually very convenient because it's just located along the main road. So if you're doing the Bohol countryside tour, madadaanan nyo talaga siya. I have to say, from the outside pa lang, ang ganda na agad. It really looks like an actual ship that's docked on land. Definitely something you don't see every day. Before entering, there's an entrance fee of 100 pesos per person, which I think is pretty reasonable considering the experience. And here's the fun part. Pagpasok mo, they will actually let you wear a seaman's uniform. So for a while, feeling captain tayo today. Over here, you'll find different collections and souvenirs related to ships and seafaring life. May mga miniature ships, airplane displays, old maritime decorations, and even memorabilia collected over the years. Look at this dining area. It feels like you're having a meal inside a luxury cruise ship. Even the decorations, the lighting, and the table setup really match the nautical theme. This is probably one of my favorite rooms inside the house. It honestly feels like you're inside a captain's cabin. At first, I honestly thought it's just a restaurant because of the ship design outside. But it's a tourist attraction and a mini museum inspired by life at sea. Akyat naman tayo sa second floor. I think this is actually one of the most interesting parts because this is where you'll really feel like you're on board an actual ship. So right here is the bridge simulator. Kung hindi tayo familiar, the bridge is basically the command center of a ship. This is where the captain and the officers navigate the vessel, monitor the surroundings, and make sure everything is running safely. May mga large monitors in front that simulate the view of the open sea. It really gives you the feeling that you're standing on the bridge of a real cargo ship. May mga rooms din dito, and each one has its own design and theme. Some rooms are decorated like a captain's cabin, while others showcase different collections related to ships and seafaring life. Now, at the end of the hallway, I'm guessing this section highlights the owner's journey as a seaman. You'll notice framed photos, awards, and certificates. I believe that's also a photo of the owner, proudly displayed together with some of his achievements. It's actually inspiring to see. Now for the last floor of the ShipHaus. Up here, you'll find a simple snack bar and a photo booth area na pwede ka makapag-relax after exploring the whole house. One thing I really appreciate is that they even gave free juice drink, which is a nice little treat after walking around the different floors. Small gesture lang, but it's always appreciated. And of course, hindi pwedeng umalis ng walang pictures. Since the entire place is ship-themed, almost every corner makes a great background for photos. After all, that's one of the best parts of traveling, creating memories that you can look back on years from now. Overall, ShipHaus was definitely a fun and unexpected stop during my tour. It's time to say goodbye to our captain's life for now. Alright guys, we're now here at our next destination, Kinaiyahan Forest Park. As soon as we arrived, the first thing that caught my attention was the reception area. Ang ganda talaga. It's made almost entirely of bamboo, giving the place a very relaxing and eco-friendly vibe. It already feels like you're escaping from the busy city and stepping into nature. The entrance fee here is 250 pesos per person, and from what I've seen so far, mukhang sulit naman because there's quite a lot to explore inside. So, let's go and see what this place has to offer. Our first stop is this beautiful bamboo walk. Ito yung one of the most Instagrammable spots inside the park. Look at this! You're literally walking through a tunnel made of bamboo. The sound of the leaves swaying with the wind, the fresh air, and all the greenery around. It feels so peaceful. If you're someone who loves taking photos or videos, you'll definitely spend a few minutes here. Kahit simple lang yung design, sobrang ganda niya sa camera. Especially with all the natural light filtering through the bamboo. It's one of those places where you don't need fancy decorations because nature already does all the work. After the bamboo walk, andito na tayo with this wide open area. Gusto ko how spacious it is. It's perfect if you're traveling with family because there's plenty of room to walk around, relax, or simply enjoy the surroundings. I also noticed there's a small playground for kids with seesaws and other play areas. So if you're bringing children, they'll definitely have something to enjoy while the adults explore or take pictures. It's really a family-friendly destination. And over here, you'll find these small boats. Ito mukhang good for 2 persons, and you can take a relaxing ride around the river. Imagine just slowly paddling while surrounded by bamboo and trees. Ang peaceful lang ng atmosphere. If you're looking for a quiet moment away from the crowd, I think ito yung magandang activity to try. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to ride the boat today, but it definitely looks like a relaxing experience. Now let's check out the animal section. One of the animals here is the bear cat. Despite its name, it's actually neither a bear nor a cat. It's a unique mammal and is known for its long tail and interesting appearance. And look at this. There's also a huge yellow python. It's definitely one of the eye-catching attractions here. Overall, this place is a nice combination of nature, relaxation, and beautiful photo spots. Personally though, I feel that the entrance fee is a bit on the expensive side for what the park currently offers. Don't get me wrong, I just expected a little more considering the entrance fee, but of course, that's just my personal opinion. Your experience may be different. Alright, that's it for our stop here at Kinaiyahan Forest Park. Alright guys, we're now here at the Butterfly Sanctuary. And as you can see, medyo umuulan or should I say drizzling pa rin nung dumating kami. Pero hindi naman siya naging reason para hindi natin ma-enjoy yung place. Actually, unang bumungad sa amin itong beautiful bamboo entrance. Ang ganda niya, it really gives that relaxing nature vibe agad. If mahilig kayo mag-picture, this entrance alone is already worth stopping for. Ang aesthetic ng bamboo tunnel, and it makes a really nice background for photos and reels. As soon as we entered, we were welcomed by local performers playing native musical instruments. I really like this kind of welcome because it gives visitors a warm first impression. Parang welcome na welcome ka talaga sa Bohol, and it also showcases a bit of their local culture. Simple gesture lang siya, but I think malaking factor siya in making the experience more memorable. While exploring the area, something caught my attention. This rare white Carabao. It was actually my first time seeing one in person. Alright, let's now head over to the butterfly sanctuary itself. To be honest, medyo challenging siyang i-capture on camera. Hindi ganun ka-visible yung butterflies sa video because they keep flying around and some of them blend perfectly with the surroundings. But if you're here personally, ibang-iba talaga yung experience. The entire sanctuary is covered with a protective net, allowing the butterflies to freely fly around while staying in their natural environment. Kung andito ka na sa loob, it feels like you're entering a peaceful garden filled with colorful flowers and lush plants. It's fascinating to watch. Iba-iba yung kanilang sizes and colors. And even if hindi sila gaanong nahuhuli ng camera, seeing them in real life is definitely much better. If you appreciate nature, gardens, and simple relaxing walks, I think you'll enjoy spending some time here. Alright guys, that's where I'm ending the first part of our Bohol adventure. I hope you enjoyed exploring these amazing destinations with me. If you're planning a trip to Bohol, I hope this vlog gave you some ideas on places you can add to your itinerary. But we're not done yet. In part 2, we'll be visiting some of Bohol's most iconic attractions: the Philippine Tar Share Conservation Area, the relaxing Lobok River Cruise, and the beautiful Bohollywood. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, and God bless.